What's up, y'all? Welcome back, or welcome to Saved by the Code, where I talk about technologies rooted in computer code that can save humanity from the corrupt fiat money regime. My name is Perry, and let's go. So, we got a exciting day for Biden coin today. There's also a Gensler coin. Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, and there's also a Trump coin. Oh, Biden coin's up 3.6%. It's got a picture of Biden with some money coming out of his mouth or something. And Gensler coin up or down. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're into Gensler coin right now, you're down 14% on the day. Not doing so hot there. That's what's so funny about crypto. It's just the memes and the jokes are aplenty. You're not going to see this in the boring, Wall Street banking world. It's all toots. Toots. Yes, toots. They be tooting something. Suits and ties and all serious, and we're the experts. We know what to do with money. Let us handle it. You just sit there in your chair right there, and we'll handle all of it. Yeah. It's just, and crypto basically pokes fun at it. It's like, we're better than you, and we just are over here joking around with Biden coin and Gensler coin, and there's a Trump coin here. Down 11%. Free Trump coin. It's literally a crypto. That's it's crazy. Gensler coin was created, a week ago? 10 days ago or something, and right when it came out, the price was, oh, that is my cat's toy. Leo, stop it. Gensler coin came out and it surged, it tripled in price in 2 days. Yeah, it went from 1,000 up to, it tripled in price. And the volume was $15 million. Good old crypto for you. Gotta love it. All right. Let's get into the real news here after all that silliness that is the world we live in. There are Biden coin, Gensler coin, Trump coin, you name it coin. There's literally a coin for everything. It's kind of funny. But the only real one is Bitcoin. So yeah, let's get at it. If you haven't been paying attention, another bank has collapsed. I think I may have mentioned this in my last video. First Republic Bank going down. Another bank down the tubes. Yeah, I did mention it for sure. But, and this will continue happening. I say this every video as well. There's just, these things don't last. They don't mathematically last. Fiat money, government issued money does not last. It's not designed to last. It's designed to enrich a few and enslave many and just keep kicking the can down the road whenever it does inevitably fail. And that's what we've been seeing for the past 20, 30 years. Oh, actually, ever since we got off the gold standard in 1971 or 71, I believe it was. And just kick it down the road. Keep it going. We'll deal with it later. We'll just throw a Band-Aid on it in the form of bailouts, printing more money, interest rate hikes, and all that good stuff. The clownery just continues happening. The clown world stuff. We don't live in the first world. We live in the clown world. And Bitcoin surged that day. Whenever First Republic Bank failed, it went up a lot on that day. And it's pretty much holding those levels that it went up to. If my memory serves me correct. Let's just pull it up here real quick. Yeah, Bitcoin is sitting at around $28,800. Down a bit from what it was that day. I think it went past $30,000 that day. But it's maintaining these levels. It's going up and then it's holding these levels. It's not just going up and crashing severely. In my eyes, there's no reason why Bitcoin shouldn't be at $100,000 already. The news that we've been seeing that's been coming out has been so good. It's all it is good news. And along with, all the incredibly intellectually dishonest news that comes from, the New York Times bashing it for its energy use and all the other horrible things that Bitcoin does to this world, just ruining lives left and right. Oh, this world is just a terrible place because Bitcoin exists. Not because banks are, anything like that. They are just making the world a wonderful place. Our lives are wonderful thanks to banks. And I mean, they were. You look back at this country when the United States, back in the 1950s, the 60s, the 70s, even the Roaring 20s. They call it the Roaring 20s for a reason. There's money flowing. It was a flowing. And all that craziness happened in the 30s and the 40s. But, the 50s, 60s, 70s, just golden age of humanity in my eyes. I mean, you got Roman times and all those. And who knows what's happened in the past. Maybe aliens used to live here. Who knows? But, as far as we know, the golden age of humans, I would say, was 1950s to the 70s. I mean, that was just such an exciting time to be alive, and still is today. But I mean, back then it was just such genuine social interaction. We didn't have the all-knowing rectangles in our hands yet, the smartphones, and they're great. I'm not bashing technology whatsoever. It's made our lives so comfortable. It's ridiculous. Just running water even. And I mean, just being able to press a button on a wall and cool down your abode by multiple degrees whenever you please. I mean, that is just wonderful. But I mean, back then, like I was saying, is in the 50s, the 60s, 70s, it was thriving because of, I understand it, banks and getting loans and being able to start businesses, being able to take out business loans and doing these things on a system that was working in a capitalist society where money was actually backed by something. It was backed by gold, shiny gold, and you couldn't do all that crazy fractional reserve banking stuff as much as today. Today, it is just backed by absolutely nothing, and you can just print freely and create money out of nothing. You only keep 10% in your bank at any given point in time, backed by absolutely the faith of the U.S. government is what your money's backed by. We got you, pal. Got your back. Oh, man. If you still have faith in that thing, I don't know what's going on with you, but you might need to reevaluate what you have faith in, because they're not there for you. I hate to break it to you. If you haven't noticed, your government is not there for you. Neither is your bank. And so, I mean, I get it. This country thrived off of banks and people being able to take out loans and start businesses. And however, as we've seen in recent times, back in 2008, the absolute decimation of the middle class, essentially, and how deceptive and just dirty and rotten these institutions that people put so much trust into, put their life savings into, trusted with their hard-earned money, that just kicked them in the face and then asked them to pay for it. And then everyone forgot because the stock market started going up, and everyone forgets about everything when the stock market goes up, no matter what's happening. No matter what's happening. If stock prices are going up, people are making money, everything is just perfect. We're not going to question how banks work. We're not going to give a crap. Yeah, I don't care. Do whatever you want. Launder money. Do your fractional reserve banking crap. whatever. I don't care. It's fine. People still say that now. I mean, they don't care now. They don't pay attention. They don't take action. Don't do anything now. But it's questioned much more whenever the system doesn't work. The solvency of these things, whenever the stock market isn't roaring, and it still somehow is going up. And I do know how. It's because of the money printing and just injecting money into the system and pumping prices up artificially. Which, I mean, you could probably say the same thing for Bitcoin, but the thing with Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is a fake money converter. It takes your fake money and you put it into the Bitcoin machine, and out comes real money. Whoa, cool. What a cool magic trick. You know, when you buy stocks, that's not how it really is. You put it into the stock machine, and out comes more lies, greed, deception, and all that good stuff that comes along with the many scams that happen in the stock market. But hey, crypto's no different either. However, Bitcoin, in my eyes, is not a scam at this point. I question absolutely everything, even Bitcoin. I worship Bitcoin. I get on my knees and I have a Bitcoin shrine in my apartment, and I say a prayer every night. You know, I have a little shrine and light some candles, and I'm just kidding. I don't do that, but I mean, I may as well. I am that obsessed. But I digress. Bitcoin is hope. It is that life raft. And I lost my train of thought. But banks are bad. And we are living in times where we have an alternative finally, and that is Bitcoin. And, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. At this point, it's not a scam. It isn't. I mean, I question everything, all of my beliefs. Oh yeah, that's when I got into the shrine thing. That's why I lost my train of thought. And even Bitcoin, something that I believe in so much, I still question it. And you should question your beliefs as well. You know, nothing is solid, perfect, amazing. You know, I feel like that's the issue with a lot of things today, is that people don't question what they believe in, or what the TV tells them, or anything really. You know, it's good to have a level of skepticism towards anything, you know, but you obviously got to believe in something. And, you know, I believe in Bitcoin. I believe in myself, you know, of course. I believe in yourself, believe in your family, your friends, whatever. That's going deep. But something like Bitcoin that I believe in very much so, I still question, you know. But the thing about banks is that they have proven to us that they 100% are a scam. 100%. There is no question there. It's not like, oh, maybe they are, or maybe they aren't. Maybe we can trust them. No, we cannot trust our banks. You cannot trust your government either. Plain and simple. I don't know how else to say it. But Bitcoin is a trustless system. It's the whole point of it. You don't have to trust anybody in the system because of how it works. And I go into that, my What Bitcoin, how it works video. You can check that out if you want. I'm not going to go into it here. But it is inherently a trustless system. And just these banks, how many times are they going to throw rocks at your house, call your wife names, you know, mess up your yard, you know, until you go, all right, enough is enough. I'm not having you over for dinner anymore, Mr. Bank. You know, that's literally what it's like whenever you're still trusting your bank or your government. They throw rocks at your house, call your wife names, all that stuff. You know, and these things are going to continue happening. You know, another bank down. Let's see another one. You know, and the funny thing is that, you know, they'll tell you that everything's fine. Everything's all right. Where's a good article that I had here? Oh, yeah, and then the FDIC, oh, they're just wonderful. They're there for you, you know. They won't even be able to cover all the deposits that people have made in these banks because of how much fake money has been created. Like, how do you cover deposits of fake money? There's too much in the system. And we won't even be able to pay off all of our debt that we owe to the world, whatever that is. You know, like the U.S. debt clock or something. Let me pull it up here. U.S. debt clock or whatever it's called. I don't. Something. The debt clock. The U.S. national debt clock. This is like the most clown world stuff you can possibly see. Like, that exists. It's insane. There's just these numbers on the screen that just continue. The whole thing is just, all of them are just going up. Oh, how much do we have here? U.S. national debt. What is that? Is that trillion or quadrillion? Oh wait, that is 100 million, billion. 31 trillion, 721 billion dollars. It's just, and it's just continuously climbing. Look, the numbers, if you're not looking, it's just going up. Oh, there's another already $100,000 in debt. Boom, done in like 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds, it looks like we get into $100,000 more debt. That's absurd. Oh, but if you're in debt, $100 to your credit card and you don't pay that, we're coming after you. You better look out. That credit score of yours is going down. But us, oh, no, 31 trillion, come on. It's not that much. What, if I pay that off every month, that's only like $1 trillion a month. It'll be paid off in 3 years. Not that much. Come on. It's just, the double standards in this world that we live in are so mind-boggling. It's laughable. It's not funny though, because it has these real-world implications for everybody. This crazy. Oh, there's another $1 million in debt since I started talking. Just $1 million more in debt the U.S. is in that it'll never be able to pay off, because there will never be enough money in the system to pay the debt off, because money comes from nothing. It is crazy. I'm sorry about my rant there, but this is how it's going to go today because of how ridiculous all this is. What is this? Can you click on stuff here? What is this? U.S. federal tax revenue. U.S. federal tax revenue consists of the income tax, payroll tax, corporate tax, duties, and excise taxes coming out of your pocket. Revenue per citizen is $13,790 per U.S. citizen. We are their product. We don't work for them. Or no, we do work for them. They don't work for us. They're supposed to work for us. It's supposed to be the other way around. Just how it's supposed to be, you are innocent until proven guilty. That's not how it is either. But that's absurd. I didn't even know that. It's almost $14,000 per citizen that the IRS makes off of you, the silent partner. Where's your tax dollars going? You ever wonder, is there like a tracker for that? Can I see where my money's going to? Oh, that's because it's being used for illegal purposes and being sent out of this country. Who knows where? It's just gone. It's gone. It's gone. And it's gone. Yeah. We had it and it's gone now. It's gone. We have no control over what it does. It is gone. What is this? 2023. Oh, whoa, we can go forward in time. Wait, what's this? 2027. On this day in 2027, at the current rates, oh, that's cool. You can go in time. We will have 11 trillion more dollars in debt at these rates, and I'm sure it'll be higher than that. Wow. And the revenue per citizen will be $21,500 per citizen. Oh my gosh. And who said you're allowed to be my business partner, by the way, Mr. IRS? Like, what is that? It's just like, yeah, we're gonna take that now. That's ours too. Oh, we'll have that too. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that too. It's wild to me that the IRS is even allowed to exist. Isn't taxation without representation illegal? I don't know, am I overstepping my bounds there? Isn't that illegal? I think we all know the answer to that, but that's allowed. That's okay. Bitcoin is hope. Bitcoin is freedom. Bitcoin solves. It literally takes the ability for them to do this to people away. That's what it does. You put your money in the Bitcoin machine, out comes real money, and the taking of power from these illegally operating organizations. Sorry if I sound stuffed up. My allergies are horrible. Let's see what you can do. This is a cool debt clock. I'm going to put this in the link below. Wow, you can even do a world debt clock. Oh my gosh. The U.S. is in first by more than double the national debt. That is absurd. The second one is China with $14 trillion. US has $31 trillion. What a joke. What a clown world joke. That is like a first order clown world joke right there. GDP, we do have the most GDP, gross domestic product. Gross. Ew, gross. What about the non-gross? What about the fancy, or what's the opposite of gross? Not gross? Ew, gross. What do we make that's so gross? Just kidding. Public debt to GDP ratio is 95%. What's that mean? External debt to GDP. I'm not an economist. I don't know what that means. I feel like I should know what that means. Yeah, wow. This debt clock is pretty wild to see. And the numbers just go up forever. They just go up. It's like such a joke. Like, why are we even keeping track of this anymore if it's just like never going to be paid off? Oh my gosh, that is just like nauseating to watch. I just feel like that's just like cha-ching, cha-ching on like your tax bill. It's just cha-ching, 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 more money, we need more. Like, what is that? 334 million. Yeah. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. All right, sorry. I'm looking at this debt clock thing. It's just the numbers are absurd. How much debt the entire world is in it, and just the U.S. is double everybody else. Oh my, what a clown. True clown world we live in. All right, let's get back into some of this banking stuff. It's just real. These are real world implications we have here, folks. The failure of these banks, the more miserable your life will become because of it. And just do not forget the fact that you have the ability to opt out of this now with cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin. Not financial advice, you make your own investment decisions, but we have an alternative now to where you can exit this corrupt, fraudulent system that has been screwing everybody for so long. Let's see here. There was an article that I really wanted to read. Bank stocks continue to fall. Yeah. Banks failing. Bitcoin, yay. Banks bad. Oh yeah. And also, this whole banking thing, so blatantly obvious what's happening. First Republic Bank, when it failed, was then acquired by JP Morgan. They were just like, we'll take you now. Yum, yum, yum. Eat them up. That's the whole playbook there. You just take out the little guy and you just control the entire industry. It's a monopoly. Like, now we own everything. You own nothing. And we can control everybody and do whatever we want. That's what happened in March 2020 when the whole world got shut down. I don't know if anybody noticed, but small businesses had to shut down. And many of which were completely destroyed, decimated. Hardworking people that may have come from other countries, that may have, come to the United States in search of refuge from, other horrible places that, don't let you start. You can't start a business. You don't even own your business, and you don't own anything. They own everything. Oh, and then they come here and wonderful. I got my business started, and boom, shut down. See ya. You know how many people that happened to, and you know how horrible and just that makes me so infuriated. And those that even survived it, small business owners and even medium-sized business owners that were forced to shut down, while Walmart, Amazon, all those places were open, thriving. Our doors are open. Come on in. We got everything for you. But then, Jimmy's hair salon down the street. No. But Walmart's got one in the store, so you're good. You don't got to go to Jimmy's anymore. You can come to us. We're allowed to stay open. Jimmy's got to close. I don't know. It just seems like it's like the same things happening. Get the small banks to collapse and shut down, and we'll buy you up. We're open still. We're fine over here. Come on, put your money in our bank. They're done. They're failed. They did something wrong. We're doing everything right, though. We know what we're doing. We got our suits, we got our ties, we got our toots. Oh. And we know what to do with your money. You can trust JP Morgan. They're for you. And it's just crazy. Because where do you go? Because people will do it. Because they don't have anywhere to go. Because they're forced to use this system. I understand that you can't just... I mean, you could. If everybody just threw their money in Bitcoin, this would all be solved. But that will never happen. But if just maybe take some of it, instead of putting it all in the bank, you put some in Bitcoin. Not in financial advice. You make your own investment decisions. But you put some in Bitcoin. You don't have to put all of it in. Maybe put 99% in and put 1% in the bank. If only. Maybe even like half, you know? I mean, at this point, it's like, what are you going to do if your bank collapses? And so many people don't think their bank will collapse. And it'll take longer for the bigger ones too. It will. You know, they will be able to absorb a lot of smaller banks. And a lot of people will flock to the bigger banks. And now they control everything. And we make all the money now. You know, they gobble up the smaller guys so they can make all the money because they're taking market share from them. You know, that's like how vape pen businesses, that's what happened in many states, California, Pennsylvania. I even tried to start a vape pen business, and they implemented this tax law the year that I tried to start my business where every component of the electronic cigarette was taxed 60%. Every component, the battery, the mouthpiece, the heating element, 60%. And that is not to get the money. It's to flush out vape pen businesses because they're taking market share from tobacco, big tobacco, Marlboros, and that stuff. They don't want electronic cigarettes taking market share, so tax the absolute hell out of them so that they're out of business. And, you know, I didn't even start it. I didn't even go any further because I went and did market research, and it just, at the time, it just didn't seem like it would work out for me. You know, 60% tax, getting a business started with that kind of tax is just like, what the heck? And the numbers just didn't match up. Like, if that tax wasn't there, if it was 5%, it would have been much more profitable, but no way. 60%. Like, I went to market research. I was like, is it worth it for me to start a vape pen business? And everywhere I went, every store I asked was like, no. They were like, I mean, go for it if you want, but I'm having trouble turning a profit, and I've been around for 5-10 years, you know? All of them said that. Not one said, yeah, it's going to be great. No, they were all aware of the law that just got implemented the year that I tried to start. You know, I figured I'd do market research, see if I should even get into this business, and what do you know? Another thing completely ruined by a government agency, absolutely destroyed, making it impossible for anybody to do anything. But guess what? There is hope, there's freedom, there's Bitcoin. Yep. Are you seeing a pattern here? You know, just government, anything it touches, it destroys, absolutely destroys. This article, BitMEX co-founder highlights ongoing U.S. banking crisis. Arthur Hayes, co-founder of cryptocurrency exchange. Yeah, he says, let's see here, another bank collapse. Yeah, the Federal Reserve has failed to take the necessary steps to address the root cause of the crisis, as usual. He suggests that they cut interest rates, I don't know. No one knows what to do. Everybody's lost, confused. What do we do? Woo! You know, they're just trying to let this thing ride as long as possible so they can make as much money as possible off of it before it completely and totally collapses. You know, and, you know, I have crazy theories. You know, these banks collapsing, they're absorbing all of them so that they can control everything, and so that everybody puts their money in just a few banks so that they can make all the money, control everything, control everybody's money, and then push out their CBDC. Perfect. Everybody's in our bank. Let's push out the CBDC. US dollar's gone. You know, we screwed that up royally, so let's create another currency. And boom, there we go. Everybody's got it. We were there for you. We protected you against that. thing. It was us. We protected you. And that's what they'll say. They'll say, we're here to protect you. We have your best interest in mind. Put your money in our CBDC so that you can be safe with us against all the bad guys in the world. There's bad men out there, bad people. And we're here to protect you. Let's see here. Here's my banks. It's crazy the interest rates that are being offered now from banks. 4 or 5%. Oh, that's strange. Do you think that's a way to try to get people to put their money with that bank? Wow, look at that big shiny interest rate. I put money in that bank. No further thought given. No memory of the horrible things that banks do every single day, making people's lives miserable, destroying the world. It can go on, but look at that interest rate. Wow. It's amazing. That's the thing with Bitcoin, is that it doesn't go around promising this high interest rate, high yield interest rate. Oh, you're going to make all this money off of all this interest. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful. Bitcoin doesn't promise anything. It is just there, neutral. It's just neutral money is just there. It's just like, hey, what's up? Just hanging out. Ready to save humanity. No big deal. From the fiat money regime, just chilling. And it's literally just there. It's just neutral. And like I said, it doesn't promise crazy high interest rates. It doesn't even promise a return on investment. It's just there. The price is going up because people are buying it, but there's no CEO, there's no company, there's no one there's no figurehead. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin, is that there's no one there. There's no figurehead to influence its price. It's just literal, true, decentralized, neutral money. It's so beautiful and elegant and wonderful. And that's a huge difference here, folks. Another massive difference, besides the Bitcoin is a complete antithesis of a bank, but it doesn't promise that. And so it's not like alluring you in, like, ooh, come here, look at my interest rate. Ew. It's just there. You can use it for good, you can use it for bad. The old adage goes, you can use a hammer to build a house, or you can use a hammer to bonk yourself in the head. The old adage, the old adage, the old wives' tale. I love that one. It's just there. And that's what's so beautiful about it, is that it neutralizes money, which needs to so desperately happen in this world. Oh, this was fun. This is a fun article. This is fun. Fun. It was just like what to expect when your bank fails. I love how it says what to expect when, not if your bank fails. That's literally the title of this article. It's so funny. What to expect when your bank fails. Not if, when. Yeah, so apparently you're supposed to just you don't do anything. The FDIC just, here you go, here's some money. How can you access bank services? If you have deposits at a bank that fails, what happens to your money? Depends fully on whether or not it was insured. Generally speaking, you can expect up to $250,000 will be kept safe. The funds will either be acquired by a new bank or paid back to you by the FDIC. Remember to look out for any uncleared checks. Wow, the FDIC is there for you. It's there for you. Once again, I feel so safe with my insured bank account because it's there for me. Folks, it ain't that cut and dry. The amount of fake money that's been created, and how do you ensure? I guess you just make more fake money to insure the fake money. But you can never have enough fake money to insure the fake money because there's too much fake money. Oh, it's too funny. Like, it's not funny. It isn't. But it's just, that's what your brain resorts to whenever you encounter such mind-bogglingly senseless stuff. Your brain just turns to mush and just giggles. It's like, it just becomes like hysterical and just like melts. So yeah, I guess you get a check from the FDIC. Wow, they're there for you. And joint bank accounts. How to find out if your bank failed. There's a section in this article. How do I know? Yeah. So, typical clown world stuff. First Republic's takeover worsens the too big to fail bank problem. Elizabeth Warren, there for us. She's just the greatest. It's so funny. She does bash banks, which is cool. Like, you know, I'm like, all right, Lizzie Warren. But then she's just so wrong on crypto. And as usual, you know, I mean, she makes money in fiat currency. You can't have that system go down. But she does. Look, I mean, she's saying, here, what's she say? First Republic's takeover worsens the too big to fail bank problem, and taxpayers will be on the hook, Elizabeth Warren says. Hey, all right. You know, see, I will have respect for someone that I have zero respect for already, but a little bit just came back. Just like, you know, like a dust particle just came back for Elizabeth Warren for saying that. You know, she's got that much now. Another dust particle. When there wasn't anything there, but now there's a dust particle in her bar of respect I have for her. And yeah, so it's cool to see. What was this? What did she say? A poorly supervised bank was snapped up by an even bigger bank. Ultimately, taxpayers will be on the hook. Congress needs to make major reforms to fix a broken banking system. What reforms are you going to make? The kick the can down the road reform. We'll just deal with it later, print more money. That's all they can do. There's nothing, they don't have anything left to do. I don't know if anybody realizes that, but you can either print money or you mess with the interest rates. And I mean, I don't know about you, but neither of those are going to work. So that means bye-bye everything. What is this? FRC down 43%. What is this? First Public Bank. Oh man, down to $3.51. That is just such a beautiful sight. Down from, oh man, what was it? Look at that mountain. It was literally like a cliff. Looks like Mount Kilimanjaro. It was $147 on February 2nd. And now it's $3. That is, I'm sorry, but that is just a beautiful sight. Wait, it went down how much one day? Oh, gosh. $115 to, oh, in 2 days. $70. Yikes. Yikes there, Scooby. Raggy. Yeah, that is that's a beautiful sight. Even though it is terrible. It has real world implications, but hey folks, there is hope. There is freedom. There is Bitcoin. You know, we should look at a chart of Bitcoin relative to all of these banks. But Bitcoin, it crashed so much. Oh my god. Boom. That didn't crash as much as First Republic Bank. No, it didn't. No, it actually didn't. First Republic Bank is down 97%. Is that what it said? Yeah. 97%. That is worse than the worst altcoin crash in crypto. No, those are like 99%, not 97. I stand corrected. It's just so hypocritical as usual. You know, crypto's so volatile. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Meanwhile, in the banking sector, First Republic Bank is down 97%. That's a lot. And, you know, a lot of traditional things have been extremely volatile. It's just, but Bitcoin, it's so funny. Like, people literally attack Bitcoin for how volatile it is, how much energy it uses. And Do I need to say anything more? Like, how many things use so much energy? How many things are volatile? Traditional stocks, whatever. It's just wild to me how Bitcoin, and that's what tells me it is the answer, because it is the center of these insanely intellectually dishonest, hypocritical arguments. It's just that's the thing I want. Give me that. All right, folks. Sorry if I was kind of like all over the place today, but I mean, it's just clown world. We are literally in clown world. It is just crazy. Every single day is just another clown. Something happened. But yeah, I mean, as with pretty much every episode, you know, the financial system is collapsing, and we do have an alternative here. Oh yeah, what did I want to say with regards to Warren here? Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, I did want to say something. Where she says they need to put a reform on the system. The Congress needs to reform the system. The kick the can down the road reform. You know, how about we already have an alternative? It's called Bitcoin. It's called cryptocurrencies. What are you going to do to reform this broken system? Like, what do you do? It's just so ridiculous. Like, how do you reform an absolutely broken system? You need to design a different one. Don't reform it, or use something that's already there called Bitcoin. Not that difficult, but you can't say that because it'll pump the price of Bitcoin. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of these people are buying Bitcoin behind the scenes. Politicians, banksters, you know, Jamie Dimon, the head of JP Morgan. You know he's buying Bitcoin. Like, it's just, you need to have a certain percentage of it, whether it be 0.1%, 1%, 0.5%, whatever, 100%. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you're comfortable with. You know, but reforming a broken system? Come on there, Lizzie. Get your you-know-what out of your you-know-what. All right, folks. That about does it for this video. I deeply appreciate anybody that listened to me rant for the past 40 minutes. I hope y'all really enjoyed that. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a dislike, tell me what you ate for lunch today. Hope y'all enjoyed. And yeah, follow me on, the socials. Truth Social, Noster. I need to post on there more. I know I'm so bad at posting. I just make videos and I post them and I forget. I'm gonna start trying to post more. Anyways, thank you. And yeah, until next time, I do bid you farewell on your cryptocurrency journey.